Hello everyone, welcome back to another video for me, BeastSlef my name, and a long time ago, since I made a video on this channel, almost 3 months now, and in order you have missed out my last 3 streams since I came back. Hello everyone, I'm back. Yeah, so in this video I want to go through a little bit of what happened, why did I took the break, how's the current situation going on, did it got solved, in order, you haven't saw the streams yet. I know sometimes YouTube is very weird and don't give out notifications, and some people might also just didn't saw the stream since they thought I quit, and I saw these type of comments in the streams. Or in-game, that people thought I quit the game, and because there was for a long time no information, even though I did like a couple of posts, but I guess I should have keep more updated. But at the end, the fucking post feature on YouTube is also not really the best thing. Yeah, so I would say let's just start with a video. I will put down timestamps of what type of question I talk about when, or like, when do I talk about something specific you want to watch. Then you can just look in the video description and you're gonna see there the timestamps with each chapter. All right, guys. So we are currently, hold on, let me turn this off. So we are currently here on my channel, as you can see. And if I go over to videos, you will see 2 months ago. I'm pretty sure it's like 2.5 months, almost 3 months now, since I made the last video. And the streams, I did 3 streams since I came back now. The first stream was like talking about my situation and covered there a little bit in detail. So if you want to, watch that as well to maybe get a more clarification on what happened, I can recommend you watching this as well. If you should still have answers and after this video, you can of course type that also down in the comments. If you have any questions, I'm more than willing to give you information out. What I can say. So, and then on the post I did like a month ago, so maybe that was my mistake. Maybe I should have did like a follow-up post or something. But yeah, at the end people thought I quit because there was like nothing happening, even though I was active still in the game, did my daily stuff, logged in, answered people's question, showed myself in our subscriber chat in game that I'm still there. Yeah, but it seems like it's sometimes people just miss out these type of stuff. So here we are with a video. So since I took the break 2 months ago, 3 months ago, a lot have happened, and at the same time doesn't have happened. It's very weird to talk about that because I can just talk about that so much, but at the same time I have like no information for you. So basically how that all started, right? We're gonna start with how did that begin. So it began in July, in June. In mid-June it started that it appeared that I have headaches, dizziness. It was feeling like it's gonna be like a I think it's called influenza, or flu. Like this regular sickness you get whenever you just, I don't know, you know what I mean. Where you feel like shit, dizziness, headaches, your nose is closed, and your throat is hurting and stuff like that, right? That's how it all started. However, in the first week in June, on Thursday, it started to appear that my arm is starting to hurt very, very bad. And that was from the elbow it was going down my hand into the fingers. Um, that whatever I did, if I was just holding it still, if I did like, I don't know, doing something at the PC, like moving my mouse, for example, did something in the apartment, like for example, cleaning it, whatever I did, it doesn't matter at all. Um, my my fingers were going numb. Um, I lost the motoric sensation, and it were feeling like, if you maybe know that feeling when you're waking up and you have, I don't know, have slept very weird, and your arm, like the blood flowed was, not if correctly, and the whole arm is numb. Maybe you know what I mean, like when the blood is not going through correctly, um, through the arm when you're sleeping. And that's what I had in my hand for like the first 3 4 weeks, the whole time, every day, at any time, whatever I did, it doesn't have matter. Um, and it started to get better over time when I realized where the limitation is. Like, what can I do? Um, after I gave my body time to recover in the first time, right? However, if I still overreact my arm, if I still overreact the hand, it still go numb, it still go where I lose the motoric sensation, it's still hurting, the elbow is still hurting when I, for example, have no protection and just putting the arm on the table without the protection, it's still hurting, it's still getting numb, and I still have headaches, I still have dizziness, but at the same time, I know the limitation. I know what I can do. I know what I can't do. I need to get breaks after everything what I do. And if it's just the smallest thing, like for example, bringing out trash and coming back into the apartment, like just that is giving me already like dizziness and like losing the um the how you calling that, the structure of the balance, like just that alone, and it were in the first week it was really bad because I didn't know, how to handle that without getting um without it getting worse. When and at the same time I was visiting doctors, right? I was doing tests, and I did a couple of tests now, all of them negative. Like nothing came out where you could say, okay, this is it. We can go into the therapy and work on that and make it better. I did a test to check the nerves, everything fine there. I did a test at a specialist doctor for like nose, the throat, and the ears, and what everything have to do with that. For example, also dizziness, and balance for the body. Nothing there, but I still have balance problems. I still have headaches. I still have dizziness whenever I do too much. So at the moment, I'm the specialist for nerves, and currently the latest test was a scan from my neck and figuring out if there's maybe something wrong. So currently I'm waiting for the doctor's reaction towards that and what they can say towards the pictures from my neck, because apparently I showed that on stream as well. So normally you can like move your head like this easily, right? No fucking problem. On the other side, on the right side for me, I don't know if you can see that correctly, but like I'm being stopped before I can move my head over the shoulder. And normally you can do it like at least on the same height as on the shoulder, like I'm being blocked. I feel that I can, like I feel that here on the right side and the neck, that I cannot move. I cannot move more than that, the head to the right side. Um, and that's what I mean with like I can talk so much about that, but at the same time I have like no information, because I still don't know what is going on. After now like 3 months, I still don't know what is going on. Um, when I talk, for example, too much, like I did right now, my head's starting to hurt. It's like when I do too much, my arm is hurting and I lose motoric sensation. It's in it's cool that I know the limitation, and that it got in that way better because I know what the limit is and I can react to that. And if I feel okay, now it's too much, I need to, pause, just chill, do nothing, and just watch videos and lay in bed or just sit. It's cool that I know that, but at the same time, it's just shit that you don't know what is going on, right? Maybe some of you can understand that feeling when you know something is wrong in your body, but you don't know what is going on. You have no final clarification call, and you have no therapy on how you can solve that situation. Um, and that's how it was basically, going on the whole time for me. That's the whole situation around me, and what I can say towards that. Now, at the same time, it's of course a question. I mean, it should have been answered already, but I took the break from YouTube because of this situation, right? Because of this symptoms. I didn't know how to handle that in the first couple of weeks without it getting bad, without me being able to do nothing towards I can do stuff without having these symptoms directly coming towards or like hitting me, whatever you want to call it. And if at some point it also makes something with your mental, right? And at some point I also want to go back to my work, right? So I was figuring out, okay, I know my limits, right? I know what I can do. Why do I not just try streaming again and seeing how that works, giving myself a work situation, where like do stuff which is like positive stressful, and where you give your body the feeling, you working right now, because at the end streaming is also a type of working because you entertain the people the whole time for like hours, right? So and it's also giving myself a position of, having a better mental, because I love streaming and I love to entertain people. I love to, talk with them about the game. Um, and you know that, right? Who watch my streams? I said it so often that I love streaming. I do streaming since 2016. It became part of my life, and um, now I can just not live without it, right? It's very simple for me, and not streaming were kind of tough for me. So I was like, okay, let's just give it a shot. And that's how I did my first stream almost 2 weeks ago now. Um, and so far, I cannot complain. It's like around between like around the 2 hour mark. I realizing slowly, okay, you know, it's the symptoms coming up. I need to take a break. It's also very day related. Like sometimes I have a really bad day and I just slept 16 hours. That was like a couple of days ago. I had one of these days. And then the other day I have like almost nothing happening. And I'm like very full with energy, and I can do more stuff than normally. And it's very day related also now, right now. It's very weird. And so that's how I got back into streaming, right? Very simple, very self-explaining. And at the end, it's also one of my hobbies. It's what I do in my private, and having something missing out which became part of your private for like for years, just from one day to another, you know, and then having this new situation going on, it's really do something with your mental. Um, right now it's the question: how do we do, or like, what type of effect does it have on my channel, on the hobby, right? Um, so the thing is, I will continue to stream and do here and there videos and shorts outside of the stream, or like directly within the stream, like usually, right? Like I used to do. However, it's definitely not gonna be as much as it used to be before I took the break, as you can imagine. Um, it's I don't know. I need to see. Like, I can't really give a clarification on that. I don't want I also don't want to give false promises out. You know, if I now say like I'm gonna stream every 3 days and then I don't do, it's just also shit for you. But I definitely looking forward to what I do every couple of days. If it's now after 3 days, after 4 days, after 6 days, after 2 days, whatever it's gonna be. But I try to do a couple of streams every week, maybe like two, maybe three. We will see. We will see how, and you know, just put myself into this working environment again, like, because not doing anything, it's also not good for yourself, right? So I want to do something. I cannot do sports because of my arm. Um, and I'm like sitting here all day. I'm thinking about what can I do. Like, I have so much to do. I have like almost nothing to do. The only thing what I do is like the little stuff in the apartment. Um, and that's kind of it. Going to the supermarket, going to my doctors. That's it. I I'm very limited on what I can do right now to keep myself entertained in terms of, having something to do in your life, having a schedule. I don't have that. If you usually have a work, you have a work schedule, right? You work around that. You have 8 hours of work. When you go home, you do your stuff, and you have your free time. Then you go to sleep. You have some type of schedule, which gives you like um, a healthy environment, because every part of your day is planned and you know what to do. You have no, like, you value the free time, or like the overall time more. And if you don't have to do something and you're just sitting home, you're sick, you don't know what's going on, your hobby is missing, your work is missing, the usually routine is just missing. It's just shit. So I gotta see how often I can stream. Like I said, it's also depending on the day, if I have a good day or not. And yeah, that's kind of it. I just try my best, and um, I just try to heal up from this situation. And I can already tell, like, the streaming is a good, healthy factor for me. Is for sure. I can tell that, like, I really miss that streaming. So I'm glad to see, when I had the streaming going on, the last three streams, I was very happy to see a lot of old faces in the chat. I was happy to see that you guys came back, at least, still waited for the content. I That is not usually, that's not usually. Normally, when you have such a big break, channel barely have, especially a small channel, have a hard time coming back from that. But as you can see, like, 1K views, 1K views, 600 views, like, you guys are there and supporting, and I can just say thank you for that. I can just say how blessed I am with that community, and with like these 8 years, or like with or 9 years of doing social media, be it now on YouTube, be it now on Twitch. I never had such a community. Like I said, um it's very crazy how much you support me. And I like I said, I can just say thank you. And I'm looking forward to be, at any point in the future, fully back to the schedule we had before the break, before all of that health issues came up. And yeah, with that, guys, I hope you have your questions answered. I hope you understand now what is currently going on in my life, and I hope that I can see you then in the stream again. And with that, guys, I wish you all a great rest of the day, a great start into the next day, and most importantly, as always, stay healthy. It's very important. I'm out, and we see us on the next one.